everyone. Hi, it's Christy. Good evening, friends. How is everyone tonight? Welcome. We're going live. We're going to talk all things homeschooling. Come on in. Welcome. I'm so excited that you're here. I think we're live on all the platforms. How's the sound? On Facebook. Good? We are live on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and what did I say?
Facebook,
YouTube. I forgot YouTube. Yeah. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Welcome, everyone. It's Christy-Faith. Hello. Welcome. Come on in. I am Christy-Faith. Come and ask anything and everything that you need to about not just homeschooling, but education. I've been in the education space for over 20 years. And I am now a homeschooler and a homeschool advocate. But if you just have questions about your kid and what's going on with your kid, I am happy to answer that this evening. Welcome, everybody. Hello. Okay, we're making a couple of adjustments. It looks like, do we need to lower this?
Yeah.
Okay. It is okay, you guys. We'll lower this a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Okay, how's that? Is that better? Okay.
Okay. That looks good.
Okay, awesome. Okay, I'm still here. Yes. Hannah Jo, so I actually don't use a homeschool planner, but I do plan my year. And actually in July 1st, in my Thrive membership, we are having a really large 3-hour-long planning session where we're all going to be planning our school year together. So I'm pretty excited because I have not planned my kids' school year yet either. And so I'm going to be planning my own kids' school year at the same time. Is that better on the...
Yep, we're almost there.
Okay, awesome. We're almost there. Welcome, everybody. Let me know where you are from. I love finding out. How do I plan without a planner? Yeah. You'll see. You can come to the workshop. I know. It's so funny. What do you use, Hannah? I'd love to know. Let me know what state you're in right now. I would love to know if you are on the fence with your homeschooling. Please let me know. And if you are a veteran homeschooler, please stay because I can't get to every comment always. And I would love you to be in here and help mentor the mamas. Yes, Antoinette, the workshop is in Thrive Group. Oh, yay. We have Brave Magnolia from Ohio. I have lots of followers and Thrive members who live in Ohio. That's awesome. Okay, and you're in Maryland. Awesome. I'll look at that, Anna Vance. That's pretty cool. No, I have not heard of that one. Oh my goodness, I'm just noticing my hair, but yeah. Oh, which reminds me, can we have a hair crisis tonight? Let me know if you're open to a hair crisis. I'm totally happy to only talk about homeschooling, but I do need hair advice. So we'll wait until there's a lot of people in here, and then maybe you guys can help me out a little bit with my hair. Okay, we have Maryland. Awesome. Fantastic. Welcome, everybody. I am Christy-Faith. Let's talk about homeschooling, education, any questions that you have, homeschooling styles. Is your kid on an IEP? Does your child have special needs? Are you worried about homeschooling high school? Ask anything. I am here for you. Do we have a good question?
Tender Mercies needs some hair care.
Okay. Tender Mercies. Okay, we'll wait for a couple more people to come because we just started, you guys.
Joss Adonis, how do I find a homeschool co-op?
How do you find a homeschool co-op? Quite frankly, Facebook. I know, right? It's like the only reason why I go on Facebook. But all of the most active and current homeschool groups are on Facebook, and that's where you're going to be able to find them. But you go into the free Facebook groups. Like, what you should do is go to, like, wherever city or state you're in or county. You say homeschoolers of blank county, homeschoolers of this city, homeschoolers of the west side or whatever. And then get into every single one of those free groups. Oh, look, yeah. So this is happening. Yeah. So we will talk about my hair very shortly here because I am a little bit in a crisis. And so that's how I would start. That's how I would find a co-op. Yeah. And any other suggestions, please put it in the comments. Extracurricular activities, same thing. Not only of course, we can do all the things that kids in after school do, but I have often gone to like a gymnastics studio or a gym, or a ballet studio, and I have started homeschool classes. And then I said, like, I went to them and said, how many kids do you need to make a homeschool class? And usually it's like four or five to make, to make their money's worth. And then I would go in the Facebook groups. This is back when I had time. I would go in the Facebook groups and let people know. And then sure enough, they would always fill up. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, we got a lot of great questions. So
Okay.
we're going to try and get to everybody. We're going to go in order as best we can.
Okay. I'm going to open my door because,
we've
I'm
we've
a little
got
hot.
Brave Magnolia here.
Do you guys know how old I am?
Took your quiz on styles, on the
Okay.
fence about which to choose.
Okay. Who is that? Brave Magnolia?
That is Brave Magnolia.
Okay. What did you come out as? Let me know. Stacy's here. I know, 2 nights in a row, right, Stacy? Summer started, girl, and I let my kids sleep in. I worked on my manuscript today, and my mom took 2 of the kids out. We've done nothing. Yeah.
Okay, so...
We finished standardized testing yesterday. That was partially why I wanted a break. Sorry, I'm not letting you get a word in edgewise. But I wanted a day off after doing all the standardized testing because that was exhausting.
Tender Mercy says you look 25.
Tender Mercies. Where is she? TikTok, Facebook, or Instagram?
She's over on IG.
Okay, because I can look here, here, here. Tender Mercies. Are we best friends?
Okay, so we got Mama.
And do I have a filter?
Mom Donde.
No, I don't think I even have a filter.
Mom Donde Estas. And we have Yessie 0311 with similar question here. Mom Donde Estas on Instagram. This is our first time doing homeschool. I have a 2nd and 7th. I'm freaking out.
Don't freak out.
But I have faith.
Yes.
And any recommendations? We're doing a Becca curriculum.
Okay.
And
don't do it, Becca. Don't do it. Don't do it.
And Yessie, I'm looking to homeschool next year. How do I get started?
Okay. All right. Ladies. All right. This is why I'm here. And I love it. I love helping you. So, number 1, I have lots of freebies in my bio. One of them is curriculum recommendations. So Abeka, and who was the gal who's starting with Abeka and is freaking out? And it's her first year.
That's Mom Donde Estas.
Okay, Mom Donde Estas. So what I want you to do is take the 5-minute free homeschool style finder while you're on this live tonight. And then it only takes 5 minutes, and then come back. And then let me know what you came out as. Because if you do come out as traditional, then I'm going to tell you stay with Abeka. Because Abeka is a traditional curriculum. But if you come out as something else, we need to have a conversation, and then I can lead you in other directions. And I do want to help you tonight. And I don't want you to be scared, and I don't want you to be freaked out. And this is why I created Thrive. So you never have to do this alone. Yes. Oh, you are so sweet. Who is saying that? Who's being so nice? You guys are wonderful. So please take that homeschool style finder quiz while we're here. I just got on, so I'm going to be here another hour with you guys, and then come back and let me know what style you came out as.
Where is that?
It's in my link in the bio.
Got a lot of good stuff.
Can I say that on, I can say, link in bio.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Oh, Courtney. Good for you. Courtney, yes. Can we have some hearts for Courtney? She is starting with her nonverbal son on Monday. You are really brave. I just want to honor you right now that I know you are doing this because you want to save your son. What you are about to embark on is extremely sacrificial. And I just want to have a moment to appreciate you, and you are really brave. If you need any help at all, please reach out, okay? And you can also, in Thrive, we have a subgroup and even special nights for moms whose kids have special needs, and some of those special needs are very profound. So.
Yep. Okay, Kingdom Minded first. Best way to set up different ages within the home. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8. The 2-year-old, throw Legos on the ground, right? Have them just play. But the 4, 6, 8, you should be doing subjects together. At least that's what I do. And I would do. I don't want to you ask for advice, right? Because I don't like to give advice if people aren't asking. But you should definitely be doing history all together as a family, literature all together as a family, science all together as a family. Maybe consider doing it in a morning time. And enjoy yourselves. That doesn't mean that you're giving your oldest one easy assignments. It's so easy to adapt those particular subjects into grade levels. or more challenging material. But also keep in mind that I firmly believe, and give me hearts if you guys agree, history and science, particularly in the elementary years, it needs to be about enjoyment, wonder, interest, just igniting that fire for a love of learning. Because ultimately, those are not like the hard, right? We start to worry if they're behind in math or if they're behind in reading. But really, quite frankly, up until, and I dare I say, high school, right? And I can say this because I taught all the way through. It's really more about reading comprehension, those subjects, and anything else, and about learning about what it is to, particularly with history, what it is to be human, how history can change us, what we can learn from it. So for your science, make it nature study. Go outside. Grab my curriculum. I have a freebie. It's my curriculum picks, and it's actually pretty long. How many pages is that puppy? It's not one of those lame freebies.
26.
No, that one's not 26 pages.
Which one?
The curriculum one.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe it's 5, 6. Anyway.
Yessie got back and said, I did the quiz and I received classical.
Okay, so that is not a Becca. A Becca is not classical. So what you want to look at is maybe look at the
that's not Mom Donde Estas. We're waiting for Mom Donde.
Oh, okay.
Still, but Yessie just commented.
Okay, she came back classical. Yeah, do you need classical curriculum suggestions? You're looking at Memoria Press, Classical Conversations, Veritas. For writing, you're going to be looking at IEW. Did I already say Classical Academic Press? All of their stuff. So that would be Song School Latin, Latin for Children ABC, Writing and Rhetoric, Well-Ordered Language. So those are more of the classical types. Also, if you come out classical, make sure to... One of the first things you should buy is Well-Trained Mind. Look, my copy is like war-torn. Well-Trained Mind. Someone can write that in the comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instagram.
Yeah. Oh, Instagram. Okay.
Yeah. Courtney says, where do you get the curriculum?
You just buy it from the particular websites that sell it. Yeah.
But she should. Courtney is the one who's starting with her nonverbal son.
Okay.
So... Yeah.
Okay.
Should I be doing the standardized testing if my state doesn't require it?
No.
Rebecca.
Okay, so no, I would say in the younger years, no. I would say starting junior high, yes. Because especially if your child or children you are thinking they are going to be college bound, I like to see kids with a lot of practice under the belt with the standardized testing. So our children are college bound, unless something comes up, but... probably college bound. And we even start SAT prep in 7th grade. But if your state is not requiring it, honestly, I wouldn't do it in the elementary years. I had to do it this past week with my twins, and it's like, ugh, why are we doing this?
Oh, we got somebody on YouTube. We got Julie on YouTube.
Yay, YouTube! You know what? Okay, I gotta say something about YouTube people. They are freaking loyal. And sweet and so nice.
Well, this might be a troll, but we'll see.
Oh no! Right, I say that and then we have a troll.
I don't know.
Ooh, tell me what the troll. You guys want to know what the troll comment is?
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, Julia. If the state is not checking on homeschool kids, then why should I trust that homeschooling is a good thing? Based on what verifiable evidence?
Oh. Yeah. So how I would answer that is, what is an education to you? Because most homeschoolers believe that education is much more than the filling of a bucket with information. So her name is Julie. Yeah. What do you remember from 3rd grade? Seriously, it's an honest question. What do you remember from 3rd grade? Probably, what do you even remember from 11th? Right? So one of the reasons why our homeschooling is exploding in our nation is because we are rethinking education. We are really seeing that, perhaps the ancients had it right. Perhaps an education is the cultivation of a human being and the development of the mind and the character. And then when you actually redefine it in that way, you then look at the public school system and ask yourself, well, are they actually doing that? What are they actually doing? They're testing kids on a Friday just so that they forget everything by Monday? So I was in the system. I was a teacher. I had to reteach every September. Kids forgot everything. So you're asking yourself, if it literally spills out of their head as if they've never learned it before, why is that a good standard? So I would argue, why do you think that those standards are appropriate and developmentally appropriate for children? That's what I would ask you. And please stay, because this is a really great, I don't like my stuff to be echo chambers. I like a discussion. I really, really do. And I do not mind being challenged, because I have spent the last 10 years asking myself the same question that you asked just now. Like, if there's no regulation, then blah, 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 right? So, I've never met a homeschooler that doesn't want their kid to read. I've never met a homeschooler that doesn't want their kid to be successful in life. But are they setting their kids up in a different way? Absolutely. I am. I absolutely am. So, for example, we're learning Latin. Well, that's not on any standardized test. That's not on any, I just gave the CAT exam to my kids. Latin's not on there. But oh my goodness, what they're learning from Latin. So I actually don't think the state has it right at all. And I don't even think they understand child development and the brain and what makes kids love learning. Because the studies have been done on this. What makes kids love learning is buy-in. Another way to say that is interest. So forcing kids to memorize stuff that they're just going to forget, that's not an education, I would argue. I would argue that it is not an education. And I welcome your feedback on that. Okay, and while she's thinking about that, we can go on to the next one. I'm so glad everybody is here. Hi, Brianna. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Brave Magnolia says, told my husband I'm signing up for Thrive. He said, Christy-Faith? Yeah, I recognize her stuff.
Oh, yay!
That's
Good,
awesome.
good. I'm so glad. Oh, are we going to DM tomorrow? I hope so. And by the way, Colleen Kessler is teaching the workshop next week. So there's like a super famous person teaching the workshop next week. And then you guys got to join before July 1st, because we're doing a whole plan your year 3-hour co-working workshop situation where I'm even planning my own kids' school year with you guys. It's going to be a blast.
I stroll Marana, exploring the idea of homeschooling.
Okay. Oh, I'm so glad you're here.
It's very overwhelming. Where do I start?
It's so overwhelming. I know. And I'm so glad you're here. Please stick around on tonight's live and ask lots of follow-up questions. In my bio, there is a completely free 26-page how to homeschool guide. Grab it. It's not one of those lame freebies. It's right behind me. I printed it off for myself. Grab that and start there. And then don't leave. And then I really do hope that you don't do this alone. And I am personally inviting you to join Thrive. No pressure. If you know you need it, you need it. And if you don't need it, you don't. I'm here to answer your questions, but I always ask brand new homeschool moms. I want to give them a personal invitation because I really want to help set you guys up right in the beginning. And by the way, my membership is for every stage of homeschooling. Every stage. We have veteran homeschoolers in there as well. And but particularly the first timers, I just don't want you guys to do it alone. Yeah.
Cool.
I want you to find your people.
Carolina Briones, we're going to come to you over on Instagram, but first,
okay,
over
Carolina.
on TikTok,
okay.
Emerald Blue 8. Thanks for being patient. Tips for rising first graders.
Rising first graders, you're still in it on the early math skills and the reading and the writing and the spelling. So what you want to make sure that you do with, and then having fun. Okay, so in my How to Homeschool guide, I have a chart in there on how much time per day on average you should be spending homeschooling. And spoiler alert, it's not 7 hours. We want our kids to have fun and play and be outside. But whatever you do, make sure that the program you are using to teach reading is an Orton Gillingham phonics-based program to teach reading. That is the one thing I am going to beg you and ask you to do tonight. We did so much reading remediation at our center. And if you do that, you're setting your kid up for success. Sorry, I just got to change my position here. Okay.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, great. So Carolina, homeschool mom from Texas. Can you talk about grading work or a good system to do it?
Yeah. So I grade some work. I don't grade other work because some work is done in just a discussion and we're one-on-one. So I see if my kid understands it right then and there. I would say for subjects like math, I kind of teach a lesson or they watch a lesson and then they're kind of sitting there independently and working on it. And then I go and I grade it. We immediately do the missed problems. So that's one benefit of homeschooling. You know, when I taught in the classroom, sometimes the kids didn't get their work back till a day or two later. So if I was grading essays, it was kind of even longer because I had such a heavy workload. So getting through all of those essays. So yeah, some work I grade, some work I don't. And it really depends on your state regulations on what they require in terms of record keeping. But many of the states don't require you to keep every single quiz, test, and everything. So just double check with your state. It's very important that you homeschool legally.
Okay.
I hope that, I didn't want to miss the question. I want to make sure your questions are answered. So if I misunderstand your question, please clarify because I really do want you satisfied. And I want to help.
Okay. Awesome.
Tell me where you guys are from. I love that we have people on the fence in here. I love that we have some husbands here. Have your husbands ask questions as well. Yes, Pennsylvania is strict. Yes, still legal. Hello, Kimberly from Arizona. Awesome.
So Greg, I think Greg 615. How you doing, Greg? He took, I believe, the homeschool style finder, and he came out classical unit studies in Waldorf.
Okay.
But currently, they're using good and beautiful. Should I stay with good and beautiful, or move to another curriculum?
I actually think that's a pretty good fit for how you came out. Are you liking good and the beautiful?
Yeah. Okay.
If you're enjoying it, then yes. Absolutely, you can stay with it. Classical curricula, you're looking at Veritas Press, Memoria, Classical Academic Press, Classical Conversations. That's a co-op that you can join. Those are more classical. But, you know, the good and the beautiful is technically Charlotte Mason. But this is what I'll say about it, is that it really, I almost wish they called themselves eclectic. So, but they classify themselves as Charlotte Mason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lindsay over on Instagram. My educational style seems to be very different from my kiddo. What do I do?
Oh, okay. Educational style different from your kiddo. Isn't that so important to... We're going to be doing, it's on my list to do a workshop in Thrive on our kids' learning styles and the types of smarts that they are. So there is a book. How does the back of my head look tonight? Should I turn around or no?
It's good.
There is, thanks, babe. But I wasn't asking you.
Okay.
I was asking the ladies who actually know, because you always tell me my hair looks nice even when it doesn't. Yeah. It's called The 8 Different Smarts. Is that the name of the book, ladies? Sorry, and I have to go to the chiropractor tomorrow because I am like really struggling. I think it's called The 8 Different Smarts. You can grab that book. That might be really helpful for you. And it's tough. It's tough when your kid's learning style is so different from your particular teaching style. My one suggestion for that is try to find, the way you can solve that is try to find open and go stuff. Because then you're less involved. But are you talking about how your kid's really crafty and you're not and that type of a thing? Is that what you're talking about? Because if that's the case, I'm not crafty and I have kids that are crafty and artsy and I you know, and I'm on a budget just like you guys, but I will buy a kit so that I don't have to like go on Pinterest and research and find, 4 rubber bands and a magnet in my basement and in all my junk drawers. I will buy a kit. So I'll even buy like art classes, like online art classes. So yeah.
Okay, so many great questions here. We're going to do our best. 8 great smarts, somebody said.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Anybody a chiropractor? And we still need to talk about my hair. Do we have any hairdressers?
Well, we got some other things too here.
Any style it? Okay, do we have hairdresser?
We got some homeschool questions.
Can I please just
enjoy yourself?
Okay. Is there a chiropractor in the house? Is there a hairdresser in the house? And is there a stylist in the house?
Over on Facebook, we have Chris, who says, does Thrive subscribe to a particular style and teaching modalities? If so, if a member chooses a different curriculum, will they be accepted? And would it still be beneficial?
Yes, that is such a great question and so thorough. My goodness, I would love to have you in there. No. So Thrive is, first of all, it's non-sectarian. So we are not a secular group and we are also not a religious group. We are also not a political group. So those politics are off limits. We do not subscribe to any particular homeschooling style. In fact, my last workshop was on the 9 different homeschooling styles. We have every single homeschooling style represented in Thrive. How can this be successful with all of this diversity? It's because we have so much in common. We all want great books for our kids. We all want what is best for them. We all want them to love learning. We all want to find our people. We all want no judgment. We all have our bad days and we need support. Whether you're an unschooler who had a bad day or a classical homeschooler who had a bad day, it's still a freaking bad day and you need help and you need support. We do a lot of unschooling in there. And that applies to every single one of the styles. So it's not a group that is, we don't do, I make supplements, I make little unit studies. What I provide in there once a month with the unit studies and the supplements, they're not always unit studies, we call them supplements, is the question we always ask ourselves when we deliver those. They're free. You can buy them on my website, but they're free if you're in the group, is, does this breathe life into homeschooling? That is what we ask ourselves. And if it does, then we move forward with it. So because I don't want us or any homeschool mom in America just stuck in the day to day and in just not enjoying her homeschool. And sometimes that requires a little fun unit study for 1 week in a morning time. We've done Bears on Hemlock Mountain. We've done, the one coming up this month is on poetry. We always do a beautiful one at Christmas. And so anyway, I think that's pretty clear. You can go to the landing page. You can click in my bio, go to the landing page, and it actually is pretty detailed as to what that group is. This is not a group for kids. My calling, my heart is to nurture and feed homeschool moms. This is a group for homeschool moms. You are all day serving and feeding your own kids, and I wanted to be able to feed you. So that is what Thrive is.
And dads.
And dads. Absolutely. We have dads in there. Yeah.
Yep.
And when we get enough, you guys can start having social nights.
Yep.
You could already.
Maggie, you still there?
Are you there,
Curious
Maggie?
if you feel a separate spelling curriculum is necessary if it's included in my language arts curriculum.
If it's included in your language arts, I would not do a separate. If you feel like your child is struggling, then I would reevaluate.
Okay, great.
Great question. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. We have...
Ow, that hurt.
How do you homeschool for 3 different ages all at the same time? Asks Chris.
Yes, I have 4 kids. And the way we do it is think Little House on the Prairie. Think one-room schoolhouse. So what I want to start with this conversation is I want to reframe this, and I want to let everybody know who's listening tonight that the age segregation that occurs in our school system is actually fairly new. It's weird because it's all we grew up in, it's all we know, but actually that's new. And up until progressive education was not done in that way. And there are pretty solid research-based arguments as to why age segregation significantly holds kids back emotionally, psychologically, academically. If you're curious about this more, read Free to Learn by Peter Gray. He goes into quite detail. He is an evolutionary biologist, so all of his stuff is well-researched. Someone can write that in the comments. Free to Learn. He talks a lot about age segregation. So with that said, isn't that encouraging, right? So in my household, we do as many subjects as we can together as a family. For us, we do literature together as a family. Now, my older kids are doing more complicated stuff, but we're still reading the same book because a good piece of literature is a good piece of literature when you're 5 and just listening, and when you're 90 and have read it 10 times. If it's good, it's good. So I don't read junk to my kids. Charlotte Mason called it twaddle. I don't read crap to my kids. We read beautiful, highly acclaimed literature. With that said, we also do history together as a family. We do science together as a family, poetry together. We are faith-based. We do devotions together as a family. So you do as many subjects as possible together as a family. And then there are the subjects that just don't work that way, but there's very few. So like math. So I kind of have little appointments with my kids after our morning time, and we work with the math. And of course, when you're teaching your child to read, that is a one-on-one situation. But it's a lot easier and a lot more free than you think, especially when you realize that homeschooling does not take 7 hours a day. If you're curious how long homeschooling takes, grab my free guide, because in there is a chart that tells you by age, on average, how many hours the homeschool day should be by the age. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Cool. Okay, so many questions. We're going to do our best.
Okay, we'll get to them. Yay! I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm glad I'm here.
And I Stroll Mariana, thank you so much for all those suggestions for her back. We'll probably...
Oh, I have back suggestions?
Yeah.
Oh, what is it?
Oh.
Give me a couple.
She knows what she's talking about.
She does?
Roll back and forth slightly. Appears you have tightness in left post.
Yes!
Neck and upper shoulders.
Yes! How does she know? Am I crooked?
I don't know. She knows.
I could not sleep last night, you guys.
And she also asked...
and it's going down here. We don't need to make this about me. We don't. It's going down here and up here. And then weirdly, like this morning, I could feel it in my front.
And she says, she does ask, favorite secular curriculum for elementary?
Oh. It depends what style you are. Same person?
Yeah.
It depends what style you are. I have a freebie with, it's like 7 pages of curriculum recommendations by subject. But, so there are secular options for you in every style. We have lots of secular homeschoolers here. Secular homeschooling is growing. Tons of secular homeschoolers and faith-based homeschoolers in Thrive. We love everybody. Lay down on it? Someone's saying to lay down on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's her.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll
okay.
probably have to do that after this, though.
Okay. I won't do it right now. But yeah, I actually was looking at myself on the live, and I'm not straight right now. Am I? But I have an appointment with the chiropractor tomorrow because it's getting worse. It's not getting better.
Michelle, you're so sweet.
Michelle.
She was saying, I love that. Wow, does it breathe life into homeschool? It's a question I didn't even know I had. That's so sweet.
Are you in Thrive? Hi, Jules. Oh, you saw the video? Oh my goodness. Jules, do you know how scared I was to post that tonight? Maybe that's why my neck and back hurts. It's because of the Mayim Bialik video. And I'm so stressed out and nervous about it, you guys. Did you guys see that video? I am uneven. Okay, tightness, left, pulling all. Oh, okay. She thinks that, okay.
Okay. So, tips.
You guys are so sweet. And I actually do need... I'm a little bit of a hot mess. I'm a nervous wreck because of the Mayim Bialik video. My book, can I vent? Can I just have a moment?
Yeah, hit it.
Wait, I will go back to your home. Can I have a moment?
Go ahead.
Can I complain? My book manuscript is due in a week. I was so nervous about that Mayim Bialik video. We're wrapping up the school year. My neck is like crazy. And we had really bad news about a family member's medical situation. That was 2 days ago. And then Scott had like this nightmare tooth situation this week. Are you forgetting that you had all that?
Oh.
Okay.
Ready for the next one?
Back to homeschooling.
Chris is following up on Thrive. He said,
back to homeschooling questions.
there particular units or groups within Thrive that cater to different age groups? I have a soon-to-be 6-year-old who is just starting this homeschool journey.
Okay.
How would Thrive support me versus a veteran homeschool parent who has older children? This is so thoughtful.
It's so great. Like, I want to be best friends with this person. Yes. So, and your questions are like the exact same questions that we were asking ourselves when we were developing Thrive. So, yes, we have subgroups within Thrive for particular ages, stages, but also interests. And so I have 7 Zooms a month in Thrive. And I have a thing on the 4th week of the month called office hours, but we split our office hours into age groups. So we have a littles office hours, which is preschool to 2nd grade. We have an elementary office hours, which is basically 3rd grade to 6th grade. And there's a little bit of overlap, and you're welcome to come to all of them. We have a teen office hours. That is, of course, teens through high school. And then we always have nighttime stuff. So we have a nighttime Zoom office hours that is for all ages. So you can cancel at any time as well. You're not stuck. I would never make anyone be in my group who doesn't want to be there. And I think it's pretty darn amazing. I think it meets all, and then we have all of these mentors. We have a mentor just for the teens. We have a certified parenting coach in there that is with me on the Zooms. We have a 2nd generation homeschooler. I think that was really important to bring onto the team. That is Rachel. We also have a woman, Denise. Are you here tonight, Denise? I hope so. Denise, who has graduated all of her homeschools and she is now a grandma. So I have put together also a mentoring team that is absolutely phenomenal and kind of ticks all the boxes. So we really tried our best to make it amazing. Anybody here in Thrive, go ahead and share how you feel about it and what your experience is that might help people if they're on the fence. And no pressure, you guys. It's exploding. I'm so happy with what's going on in there. You're not going to get pressure sales from me at all. Yes. Yeah, well, Rachel just had the baby, Jules. Yeah, but she's been in Thrive. She's been in there every day. But remember she had that baby. The cute little baby.
Yep.
Okay.
So back to the questions here.
Oh yeah, game nights, the freebies. I know.
Yep.
Game night was fun this month.
Kayla, going on 4 years homeschooling. Every time I watch anything with Christy, I take something new away.
You do, Kayla, because you're in everything. Thank you. That is so sweet. Oh, who are you, BMAD505? See, the thing is I probably know you, but I don't know your username. So, it's Becca. Hi, Becca. I don't know why, Becca. I thought you were an IG person. But I guess you're a TikToker. You were from TikTok, which is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep the questions coming.
Okay.
I'm so excited to be here. What are the kids doing? Are they in trouble?
I don't know. Oh, Blue Ridge Home. What are your thoughts on unschooling?
I love unschooling. It's one of the styles. I am not I do interest-led things in my homeschool. I have certain convictions that prevent me from being a full-blown radical unschooler, however, but that does not invalidate that style. If you're curious about unschooling, grab Peter Gray's Free to Learn. I'm not going to turn around because of my neck. It's down here. It's down there. Right there. Want to go get it? Someone else can go get it. Am I a little crazy tonight?
You're fine.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm unhinged.
Tiffany. Okay, Tiffany, we're gonna get to you next.
Okay, Tiffany, where are you? IG?
She's over on TikTok.
Okay.
But you didn't miss it, Tiffany. But Coral Cabrera, I just started Friday, 3rd grade.
Yay, you started homeschooling Friday. Awesome. Do you know what Jules likes unhinged? Do you know what homeschooling style you are and what curriculum did you buy? I want to know.
All right, Tiffany, here we go.
Okay, Tiffany.
I gotta find your question. Tips for a struggling 8-year-old in math.
Tips for a struggling 8-year-old in math. So the educational specialist in me first would want to know if you suspect any learning challenges with math. For example, what we would see a lot of is working memory, like trouble memorizing the math facts that would then slow down all of the math. I would be very curious what curriculum your child has been in. And if we're talking about a typical learner, I would probably recommend
Basic addition still.
Basic addition.
Mm-hmm.
Have you tried struggling with basic addition?
Yeah.
And not having automaticity with it?
Maybe not.
Okay. Have you guys, I had it right here from last night's live. Have you tried Preschool Prep Company's Math Facts? Go look at the website. That might help the memory because rote memorization is just really hard for some kids. And this provides a little movie in their head and it helps them remember. So there's like little movies that go with the math facts. And then they remember the movie and then they eventually get automaticity with the math facts. I won't go into like tons and tons of detail on it, but someone can write it in the comments, Preschool Prep Company. And the other thing that I would look at is CTC math, particularly for the summer, because I think that you're telling me that there's some gaps. Are there some gaps?
Yes, some retention issues.
And retention issues. So I'd be very curious, has your child been tested for any learning disabilities or memory issues at all? So, like if I was in a consultation with you, I would be trying to figure out if your child needs to be tested and then get into some remediation for memory. When your memory is compromised, it is so hard to succeed in math. In terms of, you would go to an educational psychologist to get your child tested.
Oh, he had an IEP for math in public school last year.
Okay, I would love to read that IEP. He had an IEP for math. I'm curious what those suggestions were. I'm wondering if you and I should have a consultation. But this is what I will say, is that probably if there was an IEP and remediations in math, my guess is there probably was some memory stuff on there. I don't know. There probably was. So
he excels in literally every other subject except math.
Did they find dyscalculia? That's fascinating. I would like to read that IEP and have a consultation. But this is what I will say, because this is just a live and I can't read the IEP right now. In general, for catching up and shoring up gaps, my favorite program, you guys know, is CTC Math. And the reason why is because it just simplifies everything for you. So you go on there, it's really, really cheap. You go on there and then you take diagnostic tests and you find out your kids' weaknesses, and then you just need to do the lessons on those kids' weaknesses. So what I would do is for your kid, like if you have a rising fourth grader, I would actually give the third grade diagnostics and see what gaps there are before going into fourth grade. So if there's more complicated learning issues going on, that is not beyond my scope of expertise at all, but because of what I know, I really hesitate to give advice when I don't really understand the child's learning profile and I have not read the IEP. So there are some instances where just simple recommendations can help, and there are other instances where I really feel like I need to have my hands and my eyes on that IEP to be able to make really good suggestions for you in moving forward. Okay.
Jostle Donna's
Hi.
over on Instagram.
Jostle Donna's on Instagram.
And also somebody else.
And if you're on my email list, there's a coupon right now for CTC Math. And of course, everyone in Thrive, you guys know where the coupon codes are.
And somebody else on TikTok asked about testing as well too.
Okay.
Where would I get my kid tested?
An educational psychologist, and where you would find the name of someone good is through your pediatrician.
Yeah. Brave Magnolia, how can we schedule a consultation with you?
Right on my website. Happy to do it. I would love to meet you.
Yep.
And Thrive members get discounts too on my consultations.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
Did you guys know that? Usually it's just through the DMs.
This is,
Yeah.
I don't have a username, but hello, my daughter is 2. Never thought I'd be interested in homeschool.
Okay.
But I'm very curious. Any tips?
Yes, your daughter is 2. I would grab one, it's too early. When your daughter turns 3, do a wonderful, loving preschool, play-based, have a lot of fun. This is a great time to be exploring the homeschooling world. So grab my free 26-page How to Homeschool guide so you can kind of get a lay of the land and start reading. Start reading good books. Read some John Taylor Gatto. Read my book when it comes out in the spring. That's going to be awesome. And just get yourself prepared and have a great time. Enjoy yourselves. Play a lot.
On the John Taylor Gatto front, somebody, Blue Ridge Home was asking, have you read Dumbing Us Down?
Yes. Yeah. Good book, right? I like Dumbing Us Down.
Antoinette.
I find that the most accessible of all of his books. Some of the other books, I don't find that readable. May he rest in peace. It's just because he was so brilliant.
Antoinette, I know you asked something earlier. I lost it, but loved playing preschool curriculum when my little one was 3 and 4.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, she's just it participating, that she loved doing play-based preschool. Yeah. And the studies show that is how we should be doing it. But still, you can do early language skills for sure.
Oh, Courtney, thanks for sticking around. Can you give me any tips on how to teach my nonverbal 4-year-old?
So here's what I will tell you, Courtney, is that in all of my years of education, we never had a nonverbal child. So my answer is, I could tell you what other people do, but I really only like to speak to what I know really well. But this is what I will tell you, is I can direct you to the right places. I would for sure join Facebook groups for other parents who have nonverbal kids who are homeschooling and get lots of resources from them. I also know that HSLDA has an entire division for parents who have kids with special needs. And I do know, because I have taught quite a few kids with autism, but they were all verbal, so they could be fairly mainstreamed, and we were able to adapt standard curriculum to those children. So I wish I had answers for you tonight on this live, but that is just simply not my, nonverbal children is not my area of expertise.
Caffeinated Conservative, 10 on Insta.
Hi, caffeinated, but I'm so glad you're here, and I feel really bad. I wish I could answer you.
We're gonna get to your question, but first, real quick, let's do Rachel Walton. Do you have a literature list that you read to your kids?
Yes, in my bio, free. What's it titled there? Our favorite or top picks, favorite books for kids by age. It's a freebie. Go get it. Yep. In my bio, you guys, I have a book list of all of our favorite books. I have my top curriculum picks by subject. I have a 26-page free How to Homeschool guide, and I have a 5-minute homeschool style finder quiz. All of that is free. Go grab it. Go get it. Yay.
Yep.
Okay,
we're gonna keep going here. All the platforms I have questions on. So
okay,
we'll be back
all
in
right.
a second, guys.
All the platforms. We're busy. We'll get to you guys.
Felicia, my son turns 4. This is on YouTube.
Okay.
Felicia, my son turns 4 in June and has hyperlexia. He's very excited to learn. We finished Good and Beautiful preschool this year. He's more than ready educationally for kinder, but I'm hesitant due to his age. Any advice?
This is what I will say. I'm going to help you make an educated decision that really only you can make. Come 3rd grade, that's when kind of the blank hits the fan academically. In my 20 years of teaching, I never, ever, ever had one parent, not a single parent, regret, like when their kid had a summer birthday, whatever, waiting and holding back for a year. I did have quite a few parents regret that they pushed forward or skipped grades or that their kid was the very youngest in the class. I did have a lot of parents regret that. I will leave it there. Also, 3rd grade is when stuff starts to get really challenging. So I feel like before 3rd grade, generally speaking, for pretty typical kids, school's kind of just fun and easy. 3rd grade is when it starts to get hard, and that's when you are faced with, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this. But I don't know your particular situation, but I hope those 2 pieces of information are at least helpful in you making that decision. My twins have a summer birthday, and I did 2 years of kindergarten. Not really that it was warranted academically. I wanted them more mature. I don't want to send 17-year-old girls off to college. I'd rather send 18-year-old girls off to college. I'd rather have them another year. And, they were preemies, and I just wanted to make sure that if something was to come up, I knew I probably wouldn't see it till about 3rd grade, and I just wanted to be careful. So that was a decision that I made for my own children.
Yep, great.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. People are so sweet with Courtney, and she's just recommending speech and
good.
And trying the school and then pediatrician.
Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah. And I could have said that too, of course. Yeah, speech therapy and things like that. I'm so glad you guys are helping. Yep. See, this is what we're about. This is the homeschool tribe. We just love each other and want to support each other. It's beautiful. It really is. I'm touched. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's great. Kadita, I don't know, but she's over on Instagram.
Okay.
I've only homeschooled a year, and I just found out about part-time school in the state of Illinois.
Yes.
I had no idea I had this option the whole time. Do you know anything about part-time school?
I know there are lots of part-time schools, micro schools, cottage schools, all sorts of, they also have things called enrichment days. They have things called collaborative programs. Pretty cool. I think they're really great, especially if you are a working homeschool mom. Those types of programs can be your saving grace. I would absolutely look into it if that's something that you're interested in. Having some of those built-in things, especially if you work, simplify kind of, when you homeschool and you're not like in a regular co-op, you have to plan all the social activities. Sometimes it's nice to have just it planned for you, where you just show up every week or 2 days a week and it's just there.
Caffeinated conservative. Here we go.
Caffeinated conservative.
Is it better to homeschool earlier rather than wait? I have 2 girls going into kindergarten and first. Thanks on the fence.
Yes.
Oh, on the fence. Okay.
Yeah. I would suggest homeschooling all the way through. All the way through. Preschool to 12th grade. Lots of reasons. Social reasons. Academic reasons. Emotional reasons. You want to make sure that your child is taught how to read properly so you don't run into a problem later. And there are so many co-ops and groups and all of that for you. So there isn't really there's not, in the homeschool space, there isn't really it's better to homeschool in junior high and put him in school in elementary. The one thing I will say, though, is that I feel like preschool, I did send my twins to preschool 2 days a week. I'm still a homeschooler, but Scott was traveling for those 2 years, and I was homeschooling my oldest, and I had a baby, and I got 2 days a week where I got 3 solid hours where I could homeschool my oldest. And I think preschool, as long as you find a nice play-based one, it really is, it's not super academic. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want an academic preschool, but it's more of just a place to go and play, and your kid can be safe there. So that is something that I did, but as soon as we turned into kindergarten, I took them home. Yeah, Montessori would be a great option.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh, Laura Dobbs just joined.
Hi, Laura.
She joined Thrive.
Oh, joined Thrive. Awesome. Welcome, Laura. Let's give her some hearts. Yay, someone just joined Thrive. I can't tell on my phone.
Awesome. Felicia says...
I can't wait to meet you tomorrow. I'll DM you in the morning.
Felicia says, thank you so much for your help.
Oh, Felicia, you are so welcome. And never hesitate.
Yeah. And...
I love being on these lives and helping people as much as I can.
Yep. Advice when both children... This is Victoria over on TikTok, and we should wrap pretty soon here.
Okay.
Advice when both children need one-on-one schooling, beginning his second year, and fourth, and nervous.
Okay, why do both need one-on-one schooling? I totally believe you. That would help me. So if they are both one-on-ones, like in the system they were on one-on-one IEPs, keep in mind that homeschooling doesn't take 7 hours a day. So I would kind of go between kids if both are on. And then I do think, and depending on the severity of what is going on with them, you probably still might be able to, I'm not sure because I don't know any diagnoses, but you might be able to still do literature together, reading out loud and things like that. So you might still be able to combine some stuff. But I'm saying that not really reading the psychoeducational testing or anything like that.
Yeah.
So, but let me put it this way. Typical learners do not need one-on-ones. Typical learners, we want at the earliest age possible, we want in about second grade, we want to start really fostering that independence in their learning where they do not need you for every second of the day. They know what they're doing. You set them up for success. You set them up with structure where they know, okay, this is what I'm doing next today. This, yeah, that, the other. I come to mom for help. With my older ones, I have appointment times where a certain amount of work needs to be done before our appointment. And then that's when we do like a heavy literature discussion and we go over Latin and things like that. And then I leave, work with the other kids, and that one continues on the independent work. So there's lots of ways to do it. So typical learners without learning disabilities or profiles or anything like that, typical learners should be able to be fairly independent. Fairly, you're still checking in. You're not abandoning them by second and third grade.
Yeah.
You're still teaching lessons, but you know what I mean? They're able to sit and work on their own. And if they're not, then we need to talk because there's strategies that you can do to foster that independence. We really want that. We want to graduate kids from high school who know how to learn, who know how to, anything they want to learn, they know how to go get it.
Okay, we got about 4 more questions before we head out here.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on CTC math?
I love CTC math. Are you kidding? It saved our butts this year. It really saved our butts this year. And they're a really nice company. If you're on my email list, there's a coupon. That's a 3-day. How many days left is that? Or did it expire?
Friday.
Okay, till Friday, if you're on my email list. And then if you're in Thrive, you have a forever coupon on it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. Oh, Mocha Mama. Okay, so can we get a shout out for teens or kids in Orlando, Florida? Need to gather more teens and kids. I think she's looking for community.
Okay.
Had trouble finding it on Facebook.
Okay, anyone in Florida? She was having trouble finding people on Facebook.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I think we're still talking about CTC. Great company. Actually, they run their company with so much integrity because I do posts for them. But I tell my honesty and I do posts for them because I use them and love them. But as I have gotten to know them personally over Zooms to make sure that they were good enough for me to do posts on, and they're just amazing. The way they run their company is so much integrity. The way they give back is quite impressive. And the quality of their curriculum is stellar. So, and that is my professional opinion.
Oh,
on
she
it.
says, I am in Thrive. Great.
Yay, yeah. So in Thrive on the left, there's that button that says coupon codes. Click on that. And there is a forever CTC coupon code in there. You don't have to wait for an email that says like it's only good 3 days. You don't have to wait for that because you're in Thrive.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
There was
great.
2 more.
A few more questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh, cool. I just ordered a preschool prep bundle for phonics for my daughter.
Good.
Excited for it to show up.
Awesome. Good.
love
And
it.
I think they're 50% off right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Fallon Bayless on Instagram. Just wanted to stop in to visit. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for being here.
Okay, so we got Tally Mom 84 and the Hess Home. Both have questions about deschooling.
Okay.
Tally Mom 4th, 5th, 2nd grade starting now. Homeschool. So.
Yes. Deschooling.
Deschooling.
The first thing I would do is, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell you to buy something of mine. I'm so sorry, but I am. I want you to take my Finding Your Why workshop. Seriously. Ladies in here who took it with me, right? Don't you think that's where people should start when they're going on their deschooling process? That's where I think they should start. If you're in Thrive, it's free, but you don't have to be in Thrive to take it. So there's no pressure there. Highly, highly recommend that workshop. It will give you so much clarity and understanding as to what you are leaving. Because this is the challenge. When we have left the system and we are now homeschooling, it's like we know what over there, we know that didn't work. And we know it doesn't work. And we know it's not the best thing for kids in all sorts of ways. But we're over here and we don't know what to rebuild. We don't know what we're doing. That's where the 9 different pedagogies of homeschooling comes into play. So for sure it's free. Take the free homeschool style quiz. That's 9 styles in there. You'll kind of come up with your style and with that, and you can read and decide which one you are. But I want to help you have a lot of confidence in the house that you're building on this side, so that you aren't looking over and constantly questioning yourself and wondering if you're doing a good job or not. And that is true deschooling, when you are able to fully understand that what the system offers is nothing that you want. The Finding Your Why workshop will transform you. It will transform you. I promise. I really want you to take it.
Where do you find that?
You find it in my bio. It's in my bio, right?
It is in your bio.
Okay.
It is there.
It's in my bio. Of course, it's on my website. Yes.
And okay, so let's maybe wrap up. And of course,
Okay.
a lot of people in Thrive were saying, yes, for sure, start there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um,
And in conjunction with the free quiz, too. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to end up with your why statement, and that knowing your homeschooling style will kind of inform that why statement. It's a 45-minute workshop, and you end with a sentence of clarity as to why you're doing what you're doing. It's pretty cool.
Adeline, we'll probably wrap with this
Okay,
one.
Adeline.
What is a high school curriculum you recommend? We've homeschooled, but this is our first high school year.
Oh my goodness, you've been homeschooling and it's your very first high school year. Most of us by high school are pretty darn eclectic, right? And also keep in mind that we can still be homeschooling in our style, but also if your child is college bound, you're also you're not totally restricted, but somewhat restricted by the requirements that those colleges are going to want, right? They're going to want a certain amount of literature classes, a certain level of math achieved. So any curricula, any school, if often by high school, by the time we're doing sciences, we're doing online classes with labs, or we're doing in-person classes with labs at co-ops and things like that. And by high school, it's very eclectic. A lot is outsourced by then. And yes, you can still be in your style for sure. But at the same time, you still have to kind of fulfill those high school requirements, especially if your kid is college bound. So I don't have, to answer your question directly, I don't have a favorite high school curriculum.
Not college bound.
Not college bound. Oh, okay. Not college bound. You have a lot of freedom. You can start in the trades. You can do entrepreneurship. You can do all sorts of things. I would look at True North Homeschool Academy. See what Lisa's offering for this next year. Another great school is Scholé Academy. And then, of course, the local co-ops. Or local high school. We have homeschool clubs that you can join here that for age ranges. Yeah, I feel like we're winding down.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so we can wrap. Someone just asked, what resources do you recommend what they need for high school? But that's a big discussion. So.
Yeah, no, I just answered that.
Oh, you got that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was just saying that I don't have a favorite for high school.
Oh, okay.
By high school, it's a lot about sourcing and working backwards with, if your child is college bound, fulfilling those requirements. And it's very eclectic by the time it's high school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
CJ was just asking about the coupon codes, not in Thrive though. So it's the coupon codes in Thrive.
Yeah, but are you on my email list? Because if you're on my email list, you should have gotten an email. And if not, email hello@christy-faith.com and someone will reply with the coupon code for you. Not a problem. We got you. We got you.
Okay.
All right. Well, okay. Are we done?
I think we're good.
I love you guys. This was fun. That's it. I guess we'll go now. All right. I'll have chocolate. I'll have some chocolate and ice milk. And I don't think we're going to read fairy tales tonight because I think we're watching the game, right?
We're watching the game.
We're going to go watch the game. Anyone else watching the game? You're so welcome. You are so welcome, everybody. All right. We'll see you later.